Okay, so you saw the title. I'm gonna start this by saying this is for sure the biggest trade in NBA history. Sure, off of surely how big Luka is and Anthony Davis are, and I want to lean more on the Luka part of the trade, and we'll work our way to the Anthony Davis, the Mavs. So with this trade, the Lakers they get um, to me one of the best players potentially in NBA history. And I know he hasn't won or he doesn't play defense, but I'll just say offensively one of the best pieces I think we've had to offer as far as talent wise. Just 3 level scorer, rebound assister, triple double getter. I think he's one of the premier. Him and to me, if I'm starting a team, the two players that I want is Luka and Jokic, and I think that all the other pieces will fit, will come together, and you'll have the best team probably ever. But yeah. So I'm gonna start. My pros is I feel like the Lakers get another for sure bucket getter, triple double machine, and a big star, somebody that wants that moment at the end of the game. Something a perfect compliment for LeBron. Um, yeah, and obviously there's more pieces to the trade. Guys that I think are expendable, and I think you might see more trades coming up in the next couple of months or so. I mean, next couple of weeks because the deadline is I want to say in 4 days. So yeah, yeah, that's the pros. You get off of AD's contract and you can basically focus on the more small ball lineup, um, which is problematic because the best teams that you have to deal with on both conferences aren't necessarily small ball oriented. So that could be a con for the Lakers. Another con is defense. You're losing basically the backbone of your defense because Luka's not going to play much defense. LeBron's not going to play much defense. I don't think they have a defense-oriented team, but I think they're bolstered as far as what they're doing offensively as a team. And yeah, I just think that they're going to be a firehouse for offense for sure, and they're going to cause a lot of problems. I can see the Lakers going really far in the playoffs with this addition, even though they lose out on defense. Just Luka's pure his scoring power with LeBron could be deadly. Another thing is like I'm wondering how these two will coexist because they're both are guys that need the ball to create. Like Luka's not a guy you can throw in the corner, and LeBron historically needs guys that you can throw in the corner. Kyrie being an exception, Kyrie's just he's a little bit more active off the ball. I don't think Luka more so is like cutting or doing much off the ball movement to be that maybe LeBron goes into that off the ball part on his team because I just don't see Luka being effective off the ball. So I could see Luka controlling the thing, and you maybe have LeBron in the screen and roll, and he can make dishes to LeBron or whatever, vice versa. Because LeBron, that's what I'm saying, like he's not necessarily a spot up shooter either. So that's where I think it could be a collision. I don't know if it would be as bad as the Russell Westbrook because with that you no longer have Anthony Davis to balance that out. So you have LeBron and Luka and probably Rui and Jackson Hayes or Kleba, the center from the Mavs. So I mean, it's still a lot to be determined with that team. I could see more trades potentially happen to get a better balance. I could see them making another trade for a big or a defender. In the last few hours of the trade deadline, I think they got 4 days. Is that Friday? Either Thursday or Friday. Thursday night would be the last day you can get your trades in before the deadline is complete. But I feel like just if we're just gonna focus on this trade where it stands today, uh, That would be my critique, my pros and cons for the Lakers as far as what they gained and what they lost from this trade. I think they lose a huge piece in the post. I think they lose their defense. I think he's the only player that's really playing defense on that team, and I think that comes with to be determined. But you can go smaller. You don't have to worry about them touches to him, and you have Luka. You know what I'm saying? To me, one of the best talents ever, and yeah, I think Luka by himself gets the team pretty close. So I think you definitely need pieces around him that make sense. You got Austin Reeves, you got Dalton Connect, and that's not bad going forward. I don't know what LeBron plans are. I've heard rumors that he could potentially be traded to the Warriors, but I don't see it happening. But yeah, I mean, I can go all day about what this means for the Lakers, but I want to jump to the Mavs. Post this trade, you have a starting lineup of Kyrie, Clay, you got AD at the 4, and you have Gafford at the 5. I think that 3 spot could be interchangeable, but they might go with, can't think of his name right now. I'm not prepared, but Brittany Griner's baby daddy. I forgot his name. But yeah, I think that team achieved a lot of balance with this trade. I still think it's just an overall bad look for their team getting rid of their franchise player after just getting to the finals. And I know AD really makes that team different. Like, I think people are really underestimating how good he is because they could just expect, 20 and 10. Lakers could always expect 20 and 10 from him. And with that not being there, I don't know. I mean, and I'm not huge on Max Christie. I don't think he really adds too much to the trade, but yeah, I mean, that Mavs team, they built out their roster. I think the addition of Klay Thompson and having Kyrie gives them a little bit more firepower going forward. I don't think it's good long term. It doesn't give them anything long term. For example, like Kyrie, he's early 30s, Klay early 30s, AD early 30s. They might have Gafford in their 3 position are the younger players on the team. But yeah, I mean, I don't, overall for the Mavs, I'm not going to say they lost, but I just don't like it. I just think you can't trade a guy like Luka away when he's 25 years old, and maybe I'm not saying his best days are behind him. There's reports that he's 270. He's you know what I'm saying? He's just not willing to improve on the defensive end, which is hugely part to, I guess, winning a championship. But I just can't. I can't make that move. I think this is going to go down as a bad move for the Mavs long term, but short term, this could be what puts them over the top. Maybe not a championship, but gets them to the conference finals. The West, I'm gonna do research on the lineups. Let's see. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it as we right here. Let's do it. All right. So this is the Western Conference standings. So you got OKC, Houston, Memphis, Denver, Lakers, Clippers, Dallas at the 8 spot. Okay, so best case scenario, you could see this. You could see the Dallas Mavericks getting this and potentially getting a little bit higher in the standings. I feel like I feel like AD controls the game a lot. I'm willing to see how this fits. Him getting back to that forward spot that he wants to be at. I think this is the location for him to get there. And yeah, I just feel like there's a lot behind the scenes that we're not privy to, but I definitely feel like maybe both stars were ready for a change of scenery. I think AD just wasn't quite happy in that situation and wanted to be in a better predicament. And same with Luka. He didn't make the All-Star team this year. But excuse me. But yeah, I just feel like both rosters. I feel like this helped the Mavs rosters like be more balanced. But I just think the Lakers have more firepower. They don't have good defense, and it may not be the prettiest thing to watch. I don't know, man. I'm really in between on it. I think it's fishy. Like this is the type of trade that gets vetoed. I think there was only one draft pick. Like you're telling me Luka Doncic is worth AD in one draft pick. Some might say yes, but it's just how much do you think Anthony Davis has left in the tank, and how much does he have left to provide for a team at this point in his career? That adds to that. How many more draft picks needs to be a part of this trade to make it seem more fair, in my opinion. And star power. Like, I don't think Anthony Davis has star power. I think he's a skilled big who can get you, you know what I'm saying, 25 to 30 per game under the right guidelines and right positioning. Like, this could be huge, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think a big factor people are downplaying is what Anthony Davis could do in this position with this team. And that's to be determined. Like, I think this will for sure boost the ratings. Short term, for sure. Like people are going to want to know what both teams look like and how these players complement each other. Like I can't wait to see what Luka and LeBron, how they play together, and how even the Dallas Mavs put Anthony Davis into their roster. Let me look at their remaining games on the schedule. I feel like neither player is going to really play that much until after All-Star. But the Dallas Mavs play the 4th against Philly. They play against Boston the 6th on the trade deadline day. Now let's look at the Lakers. Their upcoming games. Lakers have LA Clippers the 4th. They have Golden State Warriors the 6th and Indiana the 8th. Wow, this is actually crazy. Yeah, this is actually crazy. This is probably, like I keep saying, this is the most, this is the biggest trade, and I'm not even kidding. Like, it's not even close. Like, the only trade that would be closer would be the Chris Paul trade that got vetoed in 2010. Like, I can only see rivaling this. Like, I've been watching this since mid 2000s, and I'm just like, by far, I've never seen anything, or even like Steve Nash being traded from the Dallas Mavs. Like, this is how big of a blunder I think that the Mavs made, just on first impression. But I think we're not. I don't know. I'm gonna give AD a little bit of time before I just say it's that terrible of play. But I mean, what do you guys think? Like, you think LeBron and AD can coexist? I mean, LeBron and Luka can coexist? You think? I think AD, it seems like a more seamless fit with what they already have, like Clay, Kyrie, Gafford. You know what I'm saying? He jumps right in at that 4 position. He could be dominant. And then you got 2 shooters. Once he gets, you know what I'm saying, jammed up. If you double team him, you got Kyrie and Clay that he could pass it to. And I don't know, man. Please leave your thoughts. I kind of want to just make it a big discussion because I'm still very much in between on what I think about this trade. So I would love any opinions. I want to have a deep discussion, deep dive on this. But thank you guys for watching. Sub to the channel and see you guys. We're doing a podcast tonight, so jump on and we're going to be talking about everything, including this. So I'll see y'all.